It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Tiger!
A shotgun snap for Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
First down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by David Moore. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's gone. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. As the Bears push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Yeah, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 6.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Goff. They will find Davis. That's complete. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now Cohen. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. That's Leonard Floyd with a tackle, a man who used to be with the Chicago Bears.
Brings up 2nd down at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw here. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
This is my mode, baby.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14, Rams 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. He'll look to throw. He throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. What a spin. Fighting through. Spins away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They'll run here with Akers. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
3rd and long. It's gone. Incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here comes Cohen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Cohen. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there, pushes this to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. He'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So a decent gain.
still celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
On the ground, it's Akers. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 12, Goff. And this is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that will be incomplete. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return is Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They'll roll him out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL bet.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a toss to the left with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down. Goff now looks to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On second down now, Akers. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. From the gun, here's Goff. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Goff now to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Goff. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 60. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the red zone now, Goff. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Akers, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Albert Okwuegbuna in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for two. Successful, so unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss next
time.
time.
For the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Ryan Suckup.
You talk about the dominating rushing performances. This has got to be right up there. His fourth touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Here we go, let's go.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 12-yard line.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
17.
Now it's gone. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
31-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And a scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Gone. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That second down play nets a -4.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Play action. It's gone. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They try again with Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run Akers. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you really cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again, it's Cohen, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
7-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Bears.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Gay is up and good as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
On the give, this is Cohen. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who is on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
They'll try and run the option.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
And the Bears.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That's out to the left and complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
1st down, Bears.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and.
Keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's gone.
They'll throw complete to Cam Akers.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag now. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
It's a run with Akers.
They'll try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Bears 31, Rams 29.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd time. He's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30.
I'm going to show you, man.
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 95 yards. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think what you...
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now a run with Akers.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll set up to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounce back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
And he's going to go down again. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Goff. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not 33 and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
On second down, Akers. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
76.
On 4th down, Goff. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he completes it to Cohen. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And the Bears first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
He had no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
At the 29-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And he found it. It's on the ground. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down, a run with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
To Cole Kmet. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Chicago, they finish off the season with a victory, which is the good news. The bad news is that it'll wrap up a dreadful 4-12 campaign. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.